Can we give a hand to Libby Adams, please? Thank you, Libby. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. I think today was 50 degrees. Not sure. I think it was. Happy to be in a warmer climate tonight. So we appreciate you being here. We've got some great contestants for you. But at first, I wanted to say a few thank yous, as I always do. First of all, this is our first show of hands for this year, this fiscal year, and this is our 11th year doing this. So we're really excited. So I wanted to just make sure I thank the committee that puts all this on for Show of Hands, the staff at Wheeling Heritage who works really hard behind the scenes to make all this happen. So if you wouldn't mind giving them a round of applause, and the board of Wheeling Heritage that supports this. Obviously, we would not be able to do this without our sponsors. So I really want to give a big shout out to our main sponsor, Oric. Oric has always been behind this. Thank you so much for doing that. We'd also like to thank our friends of Show of Hands, Dave and Beth Weaver from Wheeling Volkswagen and Subaru, Dr. and Mrs. Dan Joseph with Joseph Orthodontics, Brian Joseph and Touchstone Research Laboratory, Fuzz and Barb LaRue, Rabbi Joshua Leaf and Rebecca Leaf, Will and Tracy Torini, Steve and Jackie Johnston, Thrive Wheeling and Play and Stay Camp, Jake and Maria Blatt, Jeff and Ronna Renee Jackson, FXB, and our anonymous donors. Please give them a round of applause and thank them for their support. So the last Show of Hands, you met our new program, our director of programming, Riley Carpenter. I'd like her to bring her up and let her start tonight's festivities. So thank you all again for being here. Thank you for supporting Wheeling Heritage. We appreciate you.
Good evening, everyone. How are you feeling tonight? Okay, let's try it again. How are we feeling tonight? Woo! Okay, that's better. We have a lot of tables set up tonight, and I was nervous that we might not fill them all, but it looks like we are filling in quite nicely. So thank you guys all so much for being here. I know that the 4 presenters tonight are a little nervous, but mostly excited to share their businesses with you and their hopes for Wheeling. So thank you again for being here. I wanted to also say thanks to our team for getting everything set up, and our committee, like Scott said, we can't do it without everybody. So, without further ado, we're gonna get the night kicking off. Oh, wait a minute. Hello, the rules. Duh. Some of you are new to Show of Hands. So if you're new tonight and you've never been to a Show of Hands event, could you please stand up instead of raising your hand? Stand up, get up out of your seats, get a little momentum under your cushion. Oh, a few of you. Okay, there's more on the other side. I saw them. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for being here. The rest of you are veterans, so I probably could just pick one of you to tell them how it works, right? Yeah, Chris says, yeah, I could do that. Each one of them is going to have about 4 minutes, and when I say about, I mean precisely 4 minutes, to talk to you about what they are envisioning for their business. They'll have a little tiny ding when they have 30 seconds to go. What's that sound like? And then when they're all finished up at the 4-minute mark, they'll have a louder. Awesome. So you'll get to hear from each one of them, and then at the end of the presentations, you guys will get to use your little ballot that you got at the door with your $5, and you'll get to pick who you would like to take home the money tonight, okay? Pretty simple, so buckle up, put your earbuds back on the table, phones on silence, and we're gonna get started. So the order of speakers tonight, we're gonna start with Ashley Sutton from Moonlight Intimate Apparel. Then we'll have Aaron Varlas from Dunnage LLC. Unique Nails, we've got Carnetta Webb. And then to finish out the night, we'll have Nick Provenzano from Outdated Threads. So if I could have Ashley, please make your way up here. Where are you, ma'am? She said she was gonna doll up a little bit. And let me tell you, if you have not been in her shop yet, she will make you feel like a queen when you're leaving. So, all right, here is Ashley.
All right, you just tell me when to start, or I just start talking? All right. Short people probs.
I'm Ashley, and we are in Moonlight Intimate Apparel. We're located down at Wheeling Center Market. We're a size-inclusive lingerie store with a mix of modern lingerie and also fully restored vintage lingerie and dresses, accessories. So I think people come in here sometimes and think that we're just your average, lingerie store, and I wanted to make it an above-average experience. So I try to keep it at a price point that no matter what your budget is, you can afford to come in and find something that really makes you feel good about yourself. And then not only do we have modern lingerie and bras and pajamas, we also have a vintage section. So what is back there is all fully restored vintage pieces from the 1920s to the 1970s. That includes like negligees and peignoirs. It's a kind of an eclectic mix of things, but that way we feel like we have like a style for everybody. I grew up in Wheeling. My family's been in Wheeling for a very long time. They've always had businesses down here and interact with the community. My grandfather had a restaurant down the road called the ETC Club. And for me, it was really important to stay here because this is my heritage. I think Wheeling has such a really good energy, and it's coming up and it's rebuilding and it's still keeping an eye on the past while looking towards the future. It really is a great area. It was just overlooked for a little while, and I think it's nice that they're restoring it and bringing it back to its former glory.
Still a little short for this. This is my third time here at Show of Hands, so I am hoping that tonight, third time's the charm. But in case you haven't met me, I'm Ashley. I have Moonlight down at Center Market, and it's size inclusive for the modern, which for me, as a formerly plus-size woman, I struggled with finding like pretty things in my area that were able to fit me and in my budget, and I thought that that was something that needed to be brought to Wheeling. At some point, with road work, our business slowed down a little bit, and so I thought, well, what is the next best thing? But the next best thing is always coming, so I turned back instead because vintage lingerie is what inspired me to do this. My mom raised me on stories of these beautiful pieces my grandparents had and how she was very buttoned up, but then, she opened her closet and there's these beautiful sets and silk nightgowns and things, because for her, that was the moment that she got to feel beautiful, was after the work was done and the kids were put to bed. And nowadays, that time is a precious minimum. Nowadays, we all work, and it is so easy to look at self-care as something that's a luxury and not something that's a necessity. And it is a necessity. At the heart of my business, what I do is I make people feel good about themselves. We all have flaws, and when women come in, first thing I ask them is, what do you like about yourself? And what would you like to distract from? Because everybody has something. And when we started doing the vintage, it was great to see that connection be brought to another level of things. I've restored some incredible pieces, and I've saved them from just going into landfills or being disregarded, because these pieces are the past of our future, in essence. They're the pieces that inspired what we wear today. Whether we look at them as the inspiration or not, everything started somewhere. And for me, it's really been a journey to be able to look at these pieces and see all the hand stitching and the care that went into them. And I love it. It's both form and function. They're beautiful. And these pieces, if I wasn't there to rescue them, they would have just been thrown aside. And as a society, we throw a lot away. And it's a shame, because pieces nowadays aren't just made to last like they used to be. They used to be made to repair and restore and repurpose. And now they're made, I have a hole in it, I throw it away. I also make sure to try to keep them as decade appropriate as possible. I have vintage threads, buttons. If I can't fix it, I harvest it and use it to fix other pieces with, because I don't want to throw away. I don't want to make more waste. I want to conserve as much as possible. And it really has been one of those things that I get to get my hands on history, which is amazing. Over at my table, there is a corset from the 1890s in Wheeling. And that's amazing for me. This lady put so much time into this piece, and it's over 100 years later, and it's still here. And I get to keep it here for another 100 years, hopefully. But for me, at the end of the day, this is all about I love to see people get really happy when they come in, and some people's style is modern, some people's style is not. And it's fun for me to be able to guide people to different things they might not have thought about before. And once again, it kind of comes back to self-care as well, because you get to put on these pieces, and a lot of the old nightgowns, they're beautiful, and you get to go to bed in them, and you get to feel pretty when you wake up, because we have very little I woke up like this moments like they do on TV. I don't think I've ever woken up like that. But it's been such a good thing, and one of my favorite stories recently was there was a pair of sisters who bought a house down in Wheeling right beside my store. And as I was going through a collection of vintage clothes, I came across a couple pieces that had the McGregor name sewn in it. And it turned out to be their great-great-great-grandmother's clothes that ended up back in her backyard. And I got to connect them with these pieces. And for me, that was, again, like such a really amazing experience to see them be able to touch these pieces that they would have never found, or, I mean, they might have just gotten, they had been donated at some point, I ended up meeting up with a lady who said, I have some stuff. And, yeah. Is that it? Okay, good, because my mouth dried up already. Great job. Am I all good?
Yeah, you're staying here for quite.
Okay.
Ashley's amazing. She can take my job. I could listen to her talk all day, right? Something I forgot to mention before I brought her up here is that we get to have a couple questions from the audience after each presenter. So at this time, I've got my two pals. We've got Ron and Robert, R&R. Relax and it's like, yeah, you give it a hand, R&R, self-care. Okay, they're gonna come around. I see hands already. So if you have a question that you would like to ask Ashley, she will attempt to answer it in her best way.
Do I understand correctly that you also have specialty items for women who've had mastectomies?
Yes, we carry mastectomy-friendly bras, and then recently I was able to partner with a company because we had a couple clients who wanted the inserts to fit in them, but they're very expensive. Typically on the low end, they run about $50, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it is when, you know, insurance only usually covers one, and if you want multiples, it's gonna cost you. So I got a company to also agree to allow us to sell realistic inserts at a very discounted rate, so basically the wholesale cost of them, because I wanted them to be able to be afforded by everybody. So instead of $50, we were able to make a deal with this company, and they're letting us sell them for $17.50, which hopefully can outreach the people who need it.
Amazing. Okay, we've got a gentleman over. Oh, I'm sorry. Same table. Oh, okay. Hold on. All right, Ron's got one. We got Ron. Ron first, then you with the great sweater. Okay.
Thanks so much, Ashley. If you win tonight, what do you plan to do with the money?
Well, a big bulk of it is going to go towards supplies that'll make the vintage process a little bit easier, because as of right now, everything is washed by hands. Our cleaning supplies for them are also pretty pricey, so a lot of it's just going to go into things that can make the process a little bit more streamlined and a little bit less heavy duty, and just towards finding more things to stock in this section, but mostly for the extra products like hand washing machines, specialty products that are a little out of budget for me right now. So I'd love to use that money to put towards kind of growing this vintage collection.
Great question. And then Robert, you with the cool sweater. He said never mind. Oh, okay. There's one behind you. There's one. Okay.
Do you buy vintage clothing from anybody? Like if I had some to sell to you, I could come to your store and we could work out a deal, or do you just like?
Yeah, people bring me vintage pieces a lot, or sometimes I'll even get pieces that somebody's like, hey, I love this. It was my grandmother's. It's a mess. And I'll actually help restore those pieces as well, because, it's a process, and some people just haven't had the experience or are afraid to ruin it. But yeah, I do purchase pieces off customers, clients, or I source a lot of it like from other dealers online as well, so I can be a little bit more choosy. But yeah, I'm always looking for fun stuff. It's fun to do the restoration on them too. So.
Okay, well let's give a round of applause for Ashley. Thank you so much.
Good question.
She was shorter, I am taller. That feels more comfortable. When I went down to Ashley's shop to talk to her, she was telling me a story about her girlfriend who also does restoration work for vintage clothing, and she melted a nightgown because it was made out of gelatin sequins. And I was like, what? So the things you know and the things you don't know, Ashley knows. So she'll fill you in if you need anything from her. Okay, well, let's move along to our second speaker of the evening. If we could please have Aaron Varlas from Dunnage, LLC. Your video is going to play first, so.
Do I need to say something? My name is Aaron Varlas. I am the owner of Dunnage LLC, which is a full-service screen printing shop. I do everything from the artwork and design prep to screen prep to ink mixing, as well as printing everything in-house. I do the garment selection as well as post-production services like shipping and delivery. I primarily screen print on garments, like t-shirts, hoodies, crew necks, etc., but I can do things as well as paper products, bags, and things of that nature. So one thing people probably don't realize about my business by looking at the final result is how DIY everything was. I have handmade a lot of the things that I use on a day-to-day basis, like my exposure unit, washout booth, drying racks, dark room, things like that. I think it's really the art that drew me into it, and just how you can produce art at such a massive scale, and there's so many variables you find along the way, so you're constantly troubleshooting one thing or the other. I like the challenge of it. Well, I mean, it's always been wheeling for me. Like, from my days bartending, I've always lived off basically the generosity of my peers around me. I feel like I've always owed it to wheeling for that, for always allowing me to raise a family under those sort of circumstances, and I don't know, it's just, there's no other place for me, I feel like.
Thank you. So as I stated there, I'm Aaron Varlas, and I am Dunnage LLC, and I'm going to give you a brief rundown of the history of Dunnage and how it got to where it's at now. So I started off working at the Alpha. I did a 10-year stint there, crawled my way up from busser up to bar manager over time. I also spent a few years at West Liberty studying their digital media design program, focusing on photography and film. While I didn't finish my formal education there, I did continue those pursuits in the form of shooting photos of like weddings, couples, families, and stuff. That was mostly through my regulars I'd have at Yield Alpha. And then I was introduced to screen printing. My buddy Sam was moving to Colorado. He brought over a bunch of prints and shirts that he had made to sell so he could afford the trip out there. And I was just amazed by it. You know, like the use of negative space and the different feel it has on paper and different textures on the shirt, I had to figure out how to do that. So over the next 8 years, I troubleshooted, figured out my way to expose screens with the sun, I don't know, washing out my utility sink and everything, just found my own workarounds to finally get a result that was good enough. And eventually some of my regulars at the bar caught wind of that. They started placing shirt orders for me through various events. And I felt kind of bad taking their money at first, because with how DIY everything was, it's so raggedy, like I felt like I wasn't worthy of taking their money, but I could not let them see that, so I had to prove and deliver good results. That's something I still hold to this day. But then COVID happened, and I was out of job, separated from all the people that have been supporting me for the last 10 years. And that was my clean break with the food service industry and all the people that I've grown so close to over the time. Oh, I forgot the shirt. Anyway, then Myrtle Beach, West Virginia happened. It's a shirt, Myrtle Beach, Mothman in the middle in West Virginia. That just took off on the internet. So I sold them over Instagram, making blind deliveries throughout the valley, taking money through Venmo. And I eventually started selling shirts through Clientele Art Studio on 15th Street. Then I did my first Wheeling Arts Fest last year, and that experience just blew me away. It's the amount of people I saw, the onslaught of just people left and right, the rush of it all, setting up, making it seem like I knew what the heck I was doing out there, and just holding it together the whole time was just, and it reminded me of what I love so much about bartending, and that was the people that you get to meet. You never run into these people on a day-to-day basis any other way. It's just, I don't know. I do it for the people, the connections you make. Oh, no, yeah. That just lit a fire under my butt to take Dunnage to a whole new level. I started taking more jobs, more commission work, more client orders, but I need to grow more. Most of you probably don't know me here, but I forget where I was going with that one, but anyway, I want to make marketing boxes. What I'm going to do with this money is I want to get pre-made boxes I can send to potential clients to get my name out there, every print form that I have to offer, everything from embroidery to patches to DTF, plastisol transfers, primarily water-based ink, which is what I shoot for. It gives you the softest, most comfortable, breathable feel, I think. I just want to have exciting conversations with people about them envisioning their artwork, their design, their business, their logos on these practically applicable garments. Once I'm out of my garage, too, my wife would love to have the garage back for her car. So if I could get Dunnage out of the garage after picking up this business, too, that'd be great. But I wanted to get some sort of program going with either West Liberty or Ogilvy Institute Stifle Center, get some sort of screen printing camp or lessons, anything just to grow a building community of screen printers that can all feed ideas and energy and just creativity off each other. I think that'd be a really great thing. And I do have a whole list of thank yous, but I only have like 15 seconds left, so I just need to thank my wife for being the biggest support system I have in this whole thing and being so understanding of the time that's necessary and endless sacrifice. I'm glad she's crying and not me right now. Thank you everyone else too for coming.
He's not going anywhere. I said stay here. Okay. All right, so what kind of questions do we have for Aaron tonight? Also, I've been thinking about this since I knew he was doing this. I came up with a one-liner. I'll save it. I'll give some anticipation. All right, what's our questions? We've got one here. Ron's coming for you. All right.
Hi, Aaron. How did you come up with Dunnage?
So I was working in a warehouse, and Liberty Distributors, shout out to them, they're huge support too, by the way. Been crucial to this journey. But I heard somebody say the word Dunnage. They said, hey, can you grab some Dunnage over there? I go, what the hell did you just say? I thought it was the coolest word for some reason. But also I had to, when I started selling shirts to clientele, I had to get an EIN, which I never heard of, so I had to get a business name. And I'm like, well, that's a cool word, so that's going to be my business name. And whether I like it or not, that's it, and it's stuck. Oh, it's a void filler, though. It's like something so it doesn't shift around, you fill. So it fills the void in your life, my product.
Oh, support. All right, love it. Another question for Aaron. Ron's running. He's going.
Hi, Aaron. I just wondered, how do we get in touch with you, about a product?
If you look at your table, there should be a bunch of matchbooks. That should have my email address on there. My website is somedunnage.bigcartel.com, but my email is somedunnage@gmail.com. And you can email me there, and from there I can give you a Google form that has all the preliminary questions you need to get a custom shirt order made. Thank you.
Wonderful. And we have time for one more for Aaron. Who's got a good one? Come on, come on. Somebody wants to know something about this man. Oh, you want to hear the one line? Oh, we got one. Oh, you have to wait a little longer.
Do you work alone or do you have employees?
I have one part-time employee, and that is my 8-year-old son that's somewhere in here. He's helped me seal up bags on my website. There he is. Shout out to Oliver. Those V-Bucks don't buy themselves.
All right, that's it for Aaron, and here's the one-liner. He went from slinging drinks to slinging ink, right? I know. Whoa, put it on a T-shirt. Okay, all right, you're done. Aaron's out of here. Round of applause for Aaron. I'm not that clever, but I did think of that one when I was up at 3 o'clock in the morning feeding my 6-month-old. So, okay, and moving along. So could we have our next lovely lady, Carnetta Webb from Unique Nails. She's going to tell you everything you need to know about those, yes, the clapping mechanisms that you're using. Okay, she's coming up.
Hi, I'm Carnetta, and this is Unique Nails. Unique Nails is a nail salon in the Plaza, Market Street, downtown Wheeling. We offer services for manicures, pedicures, and any nail enhancements you want on your nails. Your nails aren't gonna fall off or break. I don't damage natural nails. I'm gonna take my time with you. I'm not just gonna slap some product on them. And I'm gonna learn what you want with your nails. And we have good conversation. I was young when I got my nails done, and I was interested in it, and I just took a liking to it. So I've been doing it for several years now. It's my favorite thing to do. Being able to see all the different clients come in, hearing their stories and talking, just getting to know them and stuff like that with them. I like the pedicures the best. How come? Because I bring people's feet back to life. Well, I'm from Wheeling. I grew up here, and we've never had a salon downtown Wheeling. So when I was looking for a building and stuff, I said I wanted to be downtown. Yeah, everybody loves us. We're the best salon here. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity to share my story and my vision for Unique Nails, located at 1061 Market Street, downtown Wheeling. My name is Carnetta, and my passion is creating a space where people can feel beautiful, confident, and cared for. As a single mom, my dream is to provide a loving home and a better education for my children. I also want to leave something behind for them. Every day I pour my heart into this work because it's about more than just nails. It's about creating confidence. When someone feels good about themselves, it brightens everything in their life. My journeys with nails started when I was 15. Back then, I would do me and my friends' nails for fun. They never looked like what you get at the shop, but I was trying my best, and look where it got me. We'll grab all the press-ons and little nail kits from CVS and Rite Aid. Who all remembers when CVS was on Market Street? Those were the days, right? At that age, though, I never imagined I could do nails professionally. As a woman of color, I didn't see anyone like me working in the nail salons, and it just didn't seem like a possibility. But now, as a professional, I learned how meaningful this work can be. Doing nails allows me to connect with my clients, listen to their needs, and give them exactly what they're looking for. It's not just about the nails. It's about building relationships and helping people feel confident and cared for. At Unique Nails, we just don't cater to women, we cater to men too. So, self-care is for everyone, and we pride ourselves on creating a welcoming space where anyone can feel at home. With your support, I plan to invest in upgrading my equipment, particularly my pedicure chairs. Each chair costs about $2,000, and the 3 that I currently have are well used, but they're loved. Replacing them will cost around $6,000, which is a big expense for a small local business owner like myself. I also want to expand my outreach by purchasing a travel desk and a travel nail pedicure station. This will allow me to visit schools and help young ladies get their nails done for those special events so they can feel their best on them nights. It's about more than just nails. It's about making sure they walk into those moments with confidence and pride. Winning this fundraiser would mean more than just financial help. It would be a vote of confidence, what I'm striving to achieve. It will allow me to grow my business, hire more local talent, and contribute more to our downtown Wheeling. Now, as someone who works with hands every day, I have to ask, by a show of hands, who all here believes in supporting local businesses? Great. Because when you choose me, you're not just supporting one small business, you're investing in the heartbeat of Wheeling, where every shop owner works tirelessly to make our town special. Before I finish, though, I want to take a moment to thank my friends and family for their constant support and love and encouragement. It means the world to me. And a special thanks to the other participants in this event. We're all working hard to make a difference in our community, and I'm honored to be a part of it. Thank you for considering me, and thank you for supporting small business. Together we can polish, Wheeling shine, one nail at a time.
Great job. I need to get my nails done. This weather has been like not good on the nails with the dry skin. Okay, so what kind of things do we want to ask Carnetta tonight? We have a few questions that can be filled with her answers. Jean's got, we got right over here, okay.
Hours.
Monday through Wednesday, we're open from 10 to 7. Thursdays and Fridays, we stay open till 9. Saturdays, 10 to 7. Sunday, I'm not there, but the other nail tech, Kyra, she's there. And
7 days a week.
Yeah, everybody wants their nails done.
7 days a week. You can find time on one of those days to go get your nails done. 8:30 p.m. Wednesday night, right after this. Okay, but not tonight. She's here. What else? We've got one over here. Did you have one, Robert? Did I see a hand over here?
I saw a hand somewhere.
I feel like I did. Oh, Jean?
There
yes.
it goes again.
Okay.
Would you consider going to nursing homes if you got the portable
Yes,
equipment?
I would do that. It would be an honor to do that.
Good question.
She'll make them feel amazing and polished and happy. And we're going all the way over here. I like this. Let's get this side of the room engaged a little. There you are.
I can hold it? Okay, I didn't know if I can hold it. Is there anything that you didn't get to put in your speech that you wanted to let everybody know about?
No.
She was a well-prepared woman tonight. All right, that's it for our three. Oh, we can squeeze one more. This young sir.
How much is it? 'Cause I want to tell my mom to get some.
How much does it cost for his mom to get some?
Depends on what service she wants, but we're very affordable. Gel polish is $25, acrylic starts at like $55, and pedicure start at $40. And we got several different types of pedis: jellies, volcano, deluxe spas, fruits. We put the fruits in the water with the flowers and all that.
Very fancy. All right, let's thank Carnetta for coming up tonight. Thank you. Yeah. You look good in pink, girl. I love it. We have so many, like so far, just everybody, it's like feel good business, right? Feel good about what you're wearing, feel good about how you feel, what you look like. It's like all the things. Let's round out the night tonight with our buddy Nick from Outdated Threads. Come on, Nick.
I'm Nick Provenzano, and this is Outdated Threads. It's like a curated vintage clothing store with good vibes. Just come in and hang out and find something. Like it's like hanging out with your buddies and stealing their clothes from their closet. Anything old, any 90s and before, like nostalgic pieces, maybe your favorite cartoon or a favorite artist or anything really. The sustainability of shopping in a vintage store is pretty cool, I think. And the quality of the clothing, just like you can get better quality clothing than anywhere else. I think that's the coolest part about vintage clothing. I always thrifted clothing, like since I was a kid, and went to a few stores and was like, oh my God, I have all this clothing, why don't I do it? And I just went hard and just started finding as much as I could and piling it up till I found a storefront. Wheeling's up and coming. I just always came to Wheeling, loved Wheeling, loved the environment. If you want to have a successful business, you have to have the surrounding area to build it. Wheeling, it's there. Everything you need to make it happen.
Hello, welcome. Thank you guys for putting this event on at Wheeling Heritage. This is cool. How about that video work? That was some pretty good videography work. Shout out those boys. All right, I haven't done this since high school and my stomach feels terrible.
Move this mic up a little bit. There you go.
I'm tall. God hooked me up with that. All right, I washed my hair, if anyone can tell. They're not vintage. Honestly, this is cool. Thank you all for coming out. I feel crazy being here. I procrastinate everything. I had a bunch of edibles last night to try to go to sleep. And I ended up staying up and watching a bunch of TED Talks that I watched way, way long time ago. And I finally realized I'm Nick Provenzano and I own Outdated Threads. And that's so crazy. That's so crazy. I've been open for a year, I just realized it. Before I opened, I remember constant dread of 24/7 thinking, how is this ever going to happen? But with a great support system and determination, everything happens for a reason, and was lucky as hell to finally occupy a store in Wheeling. Since then, I have met amazing artists, designers, resellers, and musicians sharing my small little space with them. Like someone like Dunnage, who prints a lot of my stuff. Great guy. That's been the best part of owning Outdated Threads, is meeting everybody. I met amazing people today, and I'll meet amazing people tomorrow. It's amazing. I can't complain at all. With that being said, I had a long idea way before I opened the doors of Outdated Threads to bring an event to Wheeling, because before I had my storefront, I felt like I couldn't sell anywhere, like even make money on it. Like, it just wasn't a thing. And Anywho, I'm working with a great team at Waterfront Hall to bring the first of, I hope, what can become annual markets for artists and sellers to display and sell their craft. I believe this will be great for the younger and older in the Friendly City, people from the surrounding area, a reason to get the Wheeling feeling. I used to say people were crazy as hell who stood up in front of crowds of people, but I'm here tonight asking for your vote. I'll use the money for that instead of taking it out of my own pocket, and my pockets are very shallow. I sell overpriced used clothing, so I don't know. That's everything I got. Cheers.
Stay here for questions. Nick, the questions. We've got questions for Nick. I'm sure you guys have a lot of great questions because, as you can see, I think Nick is a thinker and a doer, but not necessarily a talker. So let's hear some questions you have for Nick about what he wants to bring to Wheeling and what he stands for. Over here.
Hi, Nick. I was just wondering.
Where are you? I gotta see you.
Right here. Right here, honey. Right here. Could you just give a little more detail of what you want to do with the money? How are you going to progress forward?
Waterfront Hall, I have planned a date to bring an event to Wheeling in March, and it's to rent the third floor at Waterfront Hall. It's about $500. I would like to pay that because I don't have $500. And I would like to make it an annual event, so like it's not just once a year you're looking around for places to sell. Like, you know, hey, maybe once a month I can set up here and sell and display my art. Even if you don't sell anything, you can meet people and just be a great time for Wheeling.
All right. We've got right over here. Okay. Nick, she's over there.
Hey. Hey, saw your claw machine. That was pretty cool. Is that like free or like how does that work within your store? Like, I love how interactive it is.
It's free with purchase. I usually let you win, but I'm out of hats. This is rude, but old people haven't been passing away, so I haven't been able to get a good amount of hat collections recently. So it's a little bit harder to win, but it's there.
So he needs your vote and he needs your hats. If you got any hats to give to Nick, hats off to Nick.
The man in the kooky sweater back there got good style.
Oh, okay. All right, you got a question? We've got one right here. Right there, sir.
It sounds like you love looking backwards to find great pieces of clothing from what was important when you were a kid, like you said, the 90s. What was your favorite piece you ever found as you did your collecting?
I haven't found it yet. But I got some good pieces out there if you want to look at them.
I was going to say, when he came up the elevator, I said, Nick, is this all your favorite stuff? He's like, I couldn't bring my whole shop with me. So I guess it'll have to do. All right. Thank you, Nick, so much. Round of applause for Nick with Outdated Threads. All right. That was pretty awesome. We've got 4 people here tonight that each want to do something a little bit different, but it's all to impact our community. And that's where you guys have the power to vote. So if you happen to not get a ballot on your way in, if you forgot to pay, you came in late, whatnot, Amy's over at the stair entrance. You can go see her. We will be accepting votes right here in this ballot box. But please don't hang on to them for too long. So cast your vote, stick it in, listen to some music, and then here in a little bit, you'll find out who's winning the money tonight. Okay? All right. Thank you. We'll see you in a little bit for community announcements as well. If you did not sign up for a community announcement and you have something to share with us, also see Amy. All right. Hi. I know what you're thinking. Wow, they're done already? We're not. I just have to say a few things before I go down and help count the votes. So here in just a second, Ron Scott's going to lead up community announcements, but on behalf of Wheeling Heritage, I have a few things community announcement-wise that I'd like to share with you guys. So Ron, you'll probably talk about hip hop, yeah? Okay, so I'm gonna scratch that off my list. Here coming up in just a few weeks in February, Wheeling is gonna have the ceramics takeover, and we will be having a featured gallery here in our atrium space of local ceramists, and that will be on February 21st. So if you're looking at your program, yes, I am reading exactly what's on the back of this. That QR code will take you to a page that has a little more information with some times, some locations. Yeah. We also have our spring market, so Handmade Holiday, if you attended the one in December. First of all, thank you. It was an amazing day. We're going to have our spring market in April this year. It'll be the last Saturday in April. If you're interested in being a vendor or you know someone who is, you can apply online at our Handmade Holiday Spring Market page. You can search that. We also have Fido Fest coming up. In case you are new to Wheeling or don't know what that is, it's a party for dogs outside and for humans who love dogs. If you're interested in volunteering for that, let me know. You can also scan the QR code up by the front, or you can just contact me in all the ways to come and help. And then our next show of hands is gonna be on the 21st of May. So put it in your calendar now so you don't book anything else to do that night, okay? All right, Ron's gonna come up. I'm gonna go count more votes. See you soon. Ron, it's all you, buddy.
Hello. Hey, how you guys doing today? Everybody doing all right? Yeah? All right, this is the part of the night where we slow it down and we take our time and we do community announcements. As you probably know, they get $5 and you get 1 minute to come up and talk about whatever your community announcement might be. So we're gonna start it off with our first person. Oh, we don't have a bell to ring so you know when your 1 minute is up. So if you go longer than a minute, minute and a half, I will personally wrestle you to the ground. So just be prepared, because it's coming. The first of our community announcements is from the Smart Center. Come on up, guys.
Good evening, folks.
Nice to see everybody. If you noticed when you sat down, we got permission to put one of these little cards at each table. There was a reason for that, and we wanted to explain a little bit about what those little cards were.
All right. Oh, thank you very much. Hey, we have finished the first floor of our building next door. That's the hands-on science store. We're working on the second floor, which will be the hands-on science center. As cool as it would be to have the Robert and Libby exhibit hall, we would like to have your input. And so we are going to have 3 charrettes. These are meetings where you bring in your ideas of what kind of exhibits, what kind of things you want to see in the Science Center. The first is going to be February 18th, the second, March 18th, the third, April the 15th. These are the third Tuesdays of the month. We're going to be meeting from 6 to 7:30. We'll provide some light snacks, some nice things to eat. But what we want is, we want to talk to you about what you want to see in a Wheeling Science Center hands-on exhibits.
And we're going to be starting with something that we got partially funded through a Community Impact Fund grant through the Community Foundation for the Ohio Valley. And those 3 themes are sound, light, and mechanics in motion. So we have some things already that we have in stock, so to speak, because we have 30 years of accumulated all kinds of activities. But you may have something that you've seen somewhere, some idea that you have. We have expertise from lots of folks. Uh-oh. We
We're
better
going
get
down.
off here.
Thank you, folks.
My email's on here, or you can also call 23 Dinos. Thank you, guys.
All right. One more time for the Smart Center. Give it up. We're going to keep it going right now for our next person to come up to give their community announcement. Your friend and mine, Spencer Porter. Spencer Porter, come on up.
Hi, everybody. I'm Spencer Porter. I am the founder and chair of Why Don't You Stay a While, a local nonprofit here in Wheeling. And I'm here with
Vincent DeGeorge.
Vincent is a board member with us on the board of Why Don't You Stay a While. And what we do with our nonprofit is we center all of our work around retaining our young people in Wheeling, in the whole Ohio Valley. And I'm just here to announce that we have an upcoming event on February 19th. This is going to be at Kirk's Homemade Ice Cream, and we are doing an after hours at the ice cream shop. And every event we have, we focus on youth retention, we focus on professional and personal development, we focus on civic engagement. So we always have an elected official come and speak with us and meet with us, and we always make sure to also have fun.
Who's the speaker this time?
Our speaker this time is actually the head coach of Union local football team. He is also the head coach of the Ohio side of the OVAC football game this summer, and he's 32 years old, so we'd love to highlight young people doing really great things, and he's our speaker at our event in February. On the 19th, please, any age, we are open to everybody to come and attend. We just ask for a positive mindset, excited, energy for the future. So please, if you have kids, grandkids, friends, even yourself, please come see us February 19th at Kirk's Ice Cream. Thanks, everybody.
All right, before we bring up our last and final person for community announcements, I wanted to shout out a very special person in attendance this evening. There are some folks who have been here a lot, and I know you guys are all being like, yeah, we support, we've always been around, but this young man has been here since the beginning. And I don't know if we ever realized that sometimes events like Show of Hands can capture the minds and hearts of young people as well. So I want to give a good round of applause for Killian. Stand up for us one time. You've been at every one of these. Your support is unwavering. All right, the last of our community announcements, I wanted to bring up a man that's dear to my heart. He's a special guy. He's a part of a special organization. If you don't know about it, you should familiarize yourself with it. It's the Wheeling Symphony. We're doing amazing things at the Wheeling Symphony. I say we, I play no instrument, but I'm a part of the board. So to talk about some of the amazing things that they do, Mr. John Devlin.
That too. Hi, everybody. My name is John Devlin, and I have the privilege of being the music director of the Wheeling Symphony Orchestra. And over the last 48 hours, I felt so much pride in Wheeling at the State of the City yesterday, and then here tonight seeing all the local businesses that are doing such wonderful things in our community. I'm here to talk about the symphony for 30 seconds. Last weekend, we had Harry Potter in concert, and I'm proud to say we sold out the Capitol. I know that was a lot of fun for a lot of people here. Yeah. And then not this Saturday, but the next one, the February 8th at 2 p.m., we have our next concert coming up at the Capitol with the Wheeling Symphony Orchestra. This one features an enormous project that's centered around our state. We commissioned a composer that lives in West Virginia to write a new piece about New River Gorge, the new national park that's right here in West Virginia. And we are going to have students from the Ogilvy Institute's Visual Arts Project. They're going to have paintings and drawings displayed above the screen that go with the piece. And then we're going to have a dozen or so youth orchestra members. These are talented high school students in our area that play stringed instruments, playing live on stage with the professionals of the Wheeling Symphony. So we hope that you'll come out, support our community, and we'll see you not this Saturday, but the next one, February 8th at 2 p.m. for the Wheeling Symphony concert. Thank you all.
All right, before we bring up words from our previous winner, I wanted to inform you guys about another event that's a collaboration between the YWCA of Wheeling, Wheeling Heritage, and the Ogilvy Institute's Stifle Fine Arts Center. On February the 8th, right here, right downstairs at 7 p.m., we're going to be doing our 4th installment of Hip Hop, a Black Tie Affair. And the kickoff event happens here on February 8th, and it's a spoken word poetry concert. Like, people are going to get up and do their stuff. We're mixing it with hip hop and poetry so you can show the artistic value in all those mediums. And that kickoff event is for a art exhibit that's going to be at the Stifle Fine Arts Center from February 10th to the 15th. And then on the 15th, we're going to have a closing ceremony where we'll have refreshments, music. The artists might be there. You get to see some wonderful art. And it's all for sale, and it's just for a wonderful experience for local artists. And I think it brings an element of culture to the area for Black History Month 1, and also bridging a gap between an art form like hip-hop and all the traditional art forms that already exist. And I love melding elegance and hip-hop together so people dress up and they come to the event. It's a great time. So if you can come February 8th right here and February 15th out at the Stifle Fine Arts Center, I would love to have you. 7 p.m. for both events. And we will take donations if you'd like to give it to us, but we're not going to charge you to get in. So it'll be a good time if you can do it. So with that being said, I'd love to bring out for an update from our past winners, the fine folks from the Flying Spoon. Where you at? All right.
Hi, I'm Dawn, again from Flying Spoon. And
hi, I'm Kim from the Flying Spoon.
And we just wanted to announce that with our earnings from the last show of hands, we were able to purchase a new juicer, which allowed us to drop our prices for our juices and free up some more time to finish other spaces in the business.
Yeah, basically. So I want to add, let me put this down because I'm short. So right before the event back in September, the juicer that we had actually broke. So we were extremely grateful to be able to replace that. What we have, we can produce a lot more juice in a shorter amount of time. So that, of course, allowed us to drop the prices from $10 to $8, which was something that we were really happy to be able to do. We also had a room in the back that was pretty much just full of junk. I don't know what else to say about it. We were able to finish that room and make it into a nice little lounge area. It's been used for rentals. It's also back there if somebody wants to come in and grab something to eat or drink and have more of a quiet space. If you're someone that works from home, you can go back there and enjoy that room. So really, we also, I guess I need to say, we added another yoga instructor and also 3 yoga classes. So we kind of did all the things. So we're pretty happy about that. And we wouldn't have been able to do it without this. So we truly appreciate it.
We are still Thursday through Saturday, 11 to 4. However, hopefully with a new employee, we're going to open up on Wednesday. That was another thing we were able to add on, were some more help.
Yeah, I forgot about that. We did add 1 new employee and possibly a second coming soon. So, yeah.
All right. Just looking for the signal. I'll tell a joke. I don't know if I know a joke. All right. Knock, knock. Jose. Jose, can you see? Thank you. I'm here all week. I feel like since we have this time together and it's just us, I feel like we could talk about some of my old ideas for show of hands that never really came all the way through. The website, the fundraising website that would be right alongside show of hands is called Show of Feet. And it prominently displays the feet of Wheeling elites. And you can bid and buy copies of those pictures of feet, or you can make a guessing game and see whose foot is that. Is that Glenn Elliott's foot? No, it's not. Is that Rosemary's foot? I don't know. Could you pick my foot out if you saw it? Who knows? But it's a site. It's going to go up. We're going to make a lot of money, and we're going to share it with the people that do show of hands. So don't forget, Show of Feet. It's coming. The website near you. Yeah, so you have a question about Show of Feet. Do you want to come up here? Come on.
So maybe someone knows. It was a few months ago, I think, where there was a promotion, well, not promotion, wanting to take pictures of people in the alley. Oh. Over by Victoria Theater. Yeah, and I saw a picture of the Victoria Theater at where we were recently, and I said, whatever happened to those pictures? Does anyone know what Steve? Oh, yeah, they got an award. So anyway, so I saw this picture of the alley again. So does anyone ever know what happened to those pictures?
Yeah, the artist's name is Bennett McKinley, and I don't know if he has his own. I don't know. Bennett McKinley is the artist that we're talking about who did the Meet Me in the Alley, did one series, did another series, and if you go to his Facebook, Bennett McKinley, or Meet Me in the Alley, look both of those up, and you'll be able to find some of that stuff if you're looking for it. Okay. That answer? All right. Hey, my man. Oh. All right. We forced to talk about the restoration that's happening at the YWCA of Wheeling. We should be done in March, and $10 million in, even more than that, to take a building that's been a pillar of downtown forever, and they're really modernizing it. It's incredible work from men like yourselves that are there every day, making sure that we can do the kind of programming that we do. Besides the cultural stuff that I do, we have shelters for women that are victims of domestic violence, addiction, recently freed from incarceration, human trafficking victims. We try to work with women and families in any scenario throughout any problem that they face. So it's very difficult to keep a place like that running. So I got to thank Lori Jones and the leadership team that we have there. But communities like you guys supporting us and making sure that we don't go under and come to our stuff is half the reason that we do it. So I'm glad they're there, and we're glad you guys are out here too. All right, everybody see that check? All right. Well, there's another site we've been working on too, and it's more of a smell-based site. Like you go out and you take a sniff when you log on, and you find out where in Wheeling would you be when you smell that. Like, are you near the fish market? Are you by the water pollution plant? Are you out in Woodsdale? Where are you at? Do you breathe in heavily and you wonder, where am I? It's good stuff. We're gonna work on that. You got something in the back? Hey, you just wanted to wave to me? Oh, are we ready? Wait. Oh, you coming up? Yeah. Shout it out, yeah.
Okay. My name's Libby Adams. I did the music here tonight, and I just want to thank everybody for coming out. Thank you guys so much. This has been, I did not think I was going to be here a year ago. A year ago today, I was asked why I wasn't doing this full time, and you guys make it possible. So I really thank you guys so much. I have business cards. You guys can meet me at the end. I just wanted to shout myself out and shout everybody else out for making it out tonight. So thank you so much.
One more time for Libby. Matter of fact, anybody else want to say anything? Hey, Libby, when you be playing again and where? She's coming back.
So all of my, you can find all of my information on my Facebook and my Instagram. I'm not as good as Instagram as I am Facebook because I need someone that's really smart, technology. So if you're like, oh my gosh, I am that guy, I'm that girl. I don't know how to make my Instagram, I don't know how my Facebook post to go to my Instagram post. So when I post on Facebook, I can't get it to go to my Instagram. Can't figure it out. So if you're like, I am that person, please talk to me. But all my stuff's going. I'm on the weekend. I'll be at Waterfront Hall. I'm opening up. And then before that, though, I'll be at the 19th hole, 6 to 8. So I'm pretty packed this weekend. But all my information will be up on Facebook, so you can find me there. Hickman Lounge. Yes, I'm at the Hickman Lounge. My dad does all my stuff. I'll look real quick. I don't, here, hold this. I was looking at a puppy, so. I was looking at a puppy on my phone, and so it's gonna take me a second. I'm not good at this. My dad does all my stuff, so I'm like. You can find all my stuff on my Facebook. My dad takes care of it all. God bless that man. God bless him. But yes, thank you so much. My name is Libby Adams.
All right, I think we've killed enough time. Looks like we're ready to announce our winners. I think they're somewhere. So, Netta, you don't get to go again. Oh, they're in the elevator. Does anybody have anything they want to talk about before they get up here? Secrets they want to spill at the room? Deep, dark, Blakemore, I know you want. We don't need to give Blakemore the mic. Never mind. We'll shut this whole place down. All right. It's great to see you all, your beautiful people, your wonderful faces. It's a wonderful night. Oh, and there they come. All right.
I know, you're like, where's the check? We have it. It's over there. It's coming. Okay, wow. What a fun night we have had tonight, okay? On the way up on the elevator, I said, maybe we should get some synonyms for the word exciting. So thrilling, exhilarating, electrifying, stimulating, captivating, energizing, pulse pounding. Is that what you guys are feeling right now? Yeah, okay, where? The wheeling feeling, that's it right there. All right, there they are. Okay, so we counted, and we just wanted to make sure. We always check the online votes, and it was really, really close. It's really, really close. You guys did an awesome job. Can we give them one more round of applause for doing this tonight? It's not an easy task to get up here and talk in front of a bunch of strangers, especially if it's something you're not used to doing. So great job, guys. Okay, so yeah, super close. And when I say super close, I mean for the first time in 11 years of show of hands, we have a tie tonight. And our committee and Wheeling Heritage was like, what do we do? So we're super excited to say that we're going to be able to help fund 2 people tonight. So without further ado, I'm sure you guys want to know who they are, right? You guys want to come up? Or what? How are we going to bring this over here? You're staying there. They're going to stay there. Okay, well, a little drum roll for the excitement. Dunnage LLC and Unique Nails. Woo! Come on up, Carnetta and Aaron. Congratulations. Come on up. Yeah, Dunnage and Carnetta and Unique Nails with Carnetta. She's coming up. with how much you're each taking home. Yeah?
It's up to you if you want to say anything.
Yes,
the mic
would
is
you,
yours if
yes,
you
the
want.
mic.
Don't feel obligated.
Would you like to?
Feel obligated?
And the mic is back to the presenters here.
Thanks.
Just thanks. Thanks for voting and thanks for the support.
Awesome job. You can do anything. You feel free to use that for any fun picture ops. But then otherwise, yeah, we'll get you a real check some other day. But that's just for fun and pictures. I wish I worked at Little Theater.
I'm gonna try to get some traveling nail desks and traveler pedicure stations so I can go out to the outreach and do nails and stuff when they can't come to the shop.
You're gonna be at the textured hair fair.
Just want to say thank you so much for coming out tonight and supporting small business in Wheeling. We'll see you back here on May 21st. That's Dylan's birthday. Bring him a birthday card. Every vote counts. Yes, every vote counts for real.